The big lesson is that agreeable men leave weak legacies, and agreeable men sit on the sidelines as the world turns. And culturally, we've been conditioned and pushed towards this agreeable, soft, compliant man. And you know, we're watching society rapidly change around us in some not so good ways, and it's because men are not standing up anymore. You know, their husbands would stand up, or they wish that they could find men who will stand up, and it's like there's nothing inherently special about us, but these women are just looking for men with character and conviction. And because so many men have just like kind of tuned out, they're missing these opportunities. You know, but the way that people react does tell you a lot. You know, you have, you can tell who doesn't like you and who is threatened by your presence. But it's so funny because they won't ever address the situation. Like, you can feel, if you pay attention, you can feel it and you can see it. You know, but these are the people that will never confront you. And these are also the people that will criticize you endlessly behind a telephone. Those people exhibit a lot of control over a lot of men. Because so many men are afraid of that criticism. They think that criticism that they've seen or maybe experienced online is actually real, and the fact is it's not. You know, these people will never say or do anything, and even if they do, it's a test for yourself. You know, you should welcome these kind of situations where people don't like you, because it will solidify who you are to yourself, like you were saying. You know, you wind up proving yourself to yourself, and that's probably one of the best things a man can do. Most women are more than happy to see a man being a man.
That's like, been your experience, because you've been out
100%.
That's incredible to hear.
Overwhelmingly in support of men being men, stepping up, being assertive, when necessary, being aggressive, standing up to, especially to authority, is a big one with women right now. You know, because they're wondering how has all this happened, and it's because men haven't stood up to authority in a really long time. We've turned into yes men. We've turned into agreeable men. You know, and then all of a sudden, government is in your life telling you that your child needs to wear a mask at school, or you know, kids over the age of 5 need to be vaccinated, and now mom instinct is really kicking in for a lot of these women, but they're wondering, saying like, why are we here? Why didn't this stop a long time ago? And they're upset, and they're rightfully upset, because that's not their job to be on the front lines. You know, women have a very particular skill set that is very helpful with this kind of stuff, but they're organizers, they're communicators, they're facilitators. They shouldn't be the only ones showing up at these protests. They shouldn't be the ones with their kid in hand going to marching on the state capitol about mask mandates for their children in school. You know, they should be there, but they should be behind the men, because the men, that's what the men are supposed to do.
And a sense that there's something toxic about
but
masculinity.
What is this idea of being
traditional and biological male attributes are looked upon with disdain? And when we live in a world when the society is such that when a boy comes into the world, what is natural and what is spontaneous and what is biological in him is not seen as proper and okay and needs to be trained out of him.
I like to joke about the man box, which is like, you can only be a man if you fulfill these certain qualities and you stay within this this square of like, you're in your man box and you're safe in the man box. And something about, for some men, about going near feminism is a step out of the man box.
Because they know it's just so fragile. It's just
It
gonna
is
fall
fragile,
apart.
I know, it's gonna fall apart.
They need to hold that box
identity
together.
structure, you know? Definitely.
The emphasis on men having to be so strong and like that sort of stereotype, I think that's going down.
Men's testosterone rates have been consistently declining since 1982. Male fertility rates are at an all-time low, and some studies suggest that men may be mostly infertile by 2045. And to top it all off, eggplant sizes are shrinking too.
According to the World Health Organization, obesity has nearly tripled since 1975, with now hundreds of millions of people worldwide being obese. Obesity is associated with diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and stroke, which are the leading cause of death worldwide, with at least 2.8 million deaths each year.
New Year's resolutions. 50% of people vow to do more exercise, but only 8% of us will actually keep those New Year's resolutions.
It's round about this time of year where we start to break our resolutions.
In the United States, for example, 3/4 of all people fail to meet recommended guidelines for physical activity.
Our deepest desires call us to the highest mountains, and often abandoning the climb is easier than making it.
It's natural to think I want to be smaller because there's so many more options for me if I'm smaller, but I don't want to lose weight.
Kids today aren't getting enough exercise. Americans are not winning their battle against obesity.